Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back to film my week 4 check-in, right? Yes, my week 4 check-in of my September monthly budget. I am filming this, of course, a little bit late, but I am trying to catch up with budgeting videos, so then that way I will get October up at a decent time. So I'm going to be checking in for week 4, which for me was from the 20th until the 26th, and then I will leave week 5 for when I film my budget results video, which should be up pretty soon. I also have been mentioning how I want to get up a budget planner setup, so definitely stay tuned for that. It's really funny because I actually started filming that in the beginning of the month when I set up the spread. So you'll be seeing a little bit of the setup from September, even though we're going to be in October by the time you guys watch the video. So I hope you guys don't mind that. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I have all of my budget expense stickers here, and I'm all ready to go. I actually don't have two of these to lay down. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at my trackers here, which I always leave links down below for not only the shop that I get the trackers from, but also everything else that I use in this video. So if you guys are wondering or ever want to know how you can get the things that I'm mentioning during my videos, go ahead and check the description box. I always have all of the links there. Okay, let's go ahead and start. I think I'll zoom you guys in and I'll lay everything down. So I actually didn't have any expenses during the first 3 days. So I'm just gonna move on to the 23rd. The first expense I have was on the 23rd. I went to the semi-personal training this day, so I used my allowance category, so that was $35. This was actually the only day I went this week, so I just decided to take it out of my allowance. I have been thinking about this quite a bit, and I am going to be including it starting November, my semi-personal trainings, just because I've really been enjoying them and I've actually been seeing results. Actually, I think one of you guys who suggested that I take care of my body as much as I take care of beauty items like my nails, like my hair, and how I look. So yeah, I've decided to take you guys up on that and start taking care of myself. And although it is going to be, you know, an added expense to my budget, I really love and I feel so good after the training session. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little update because I will be adding that to my budget for, sorry, not November, October. Then do we have anything on the 24th? On the 24th, I went to a brewery with my sister Ivana and my brother-in-law Joel. So that was $11. On the 25th, I actually ended up going to the Grove and purchased some things from Sephora. Well, my sister actually ended up going to Ulta for me when she went out to eat. But I finally repurchased my eye cream. If you guys are wondering which one I use, I did go ahead and show it as well as link it in my morning routine. I ran out and decided to pick up not only my eye cream, but they were actually having this like holiday set, which I believe I show. I'll link it in this video if you guys are interested. It's a really good deal. That was $49.28 with tax. I do show it in my upcoming vlog, which I don't think will be up yet, but it was of that weekend. Anyways, aside from that, I also picked up like a powder sponge as well as a concealer from Ulta. And the last expense that I have on this day would be for Sprouts. I know that I was already, I think, over budget by like $6. I'll check right now on groceries, but I wanted to pick up some last minute things like water. I absolutely had like no water left, as well as some greens, strawberries, and just small things just to last me throughout the last week of September. So I did go ahead and go to Sprouts and spend $22.25. And then last but not least, on the 26th, I have 2 expenses. I have one for Starbucks. I decided to reload my Starbucks card with $10, so that I took out of my allowance. And I was really happy because these were, I think, the last $10 I had in my allowance budget, so that was great. And then I also did pump gas on the 26th, and that was $35.28. So those are all of the expenses I had for the 4th week. I'm quickly going to lay down my payday sticker on the 21st, which coincidentally is the same day that I get my paycheck from YouTube or Google AdSense. And then I'm going to go through and first check off my phone bill. That came out to $71.61. And then I'll lay down some no spend stickers. So I have a no spend on the 20th, the 22nd, and that is pretty much it. Yeah, so that is all of the expenses and no spend days for the 4th week. And I'm going to take you guys to the weekly check-in pages here and write down my categories. So for categories, I have groceries. I don't think I mentioned this in last weekly check-ins video, but this week was the Michael Bublé concert, which if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, I think I mentioned when I got the tickets for my birthday in 2020. And with everything going on, they rescheduled the concert, I believe, twice. So it was on the 25th of this month, so last week. And I had so much fun. Michael Bublé, if you guys don't know, is one of my all-time favorite artists. And I was like right in the front during the concert, so you guys can only imagine how I felt. It was really, really nice and I loved it. So I actually have one expense for parking, which I took out of my sinking funds, which I will also show you guys in this video. But I just wanted to mention that because I've truly been feeling very, very happy with life recently. So just a little, I guess, update on me during a budgeting video. But yes, I have all of my categories here: groceries, household, eating out, allowance, beauty, gas, and unbudgeted. And then I'm just going to make dashes for the rollover section and we can get started with checking in. So let's start with groceries first. Like I mentioned, I have one for Sprouts of $22.25. So $22.25 spent. And last week, as we saw, I was already over by $7.02. So that means that I am now over by $29.27. Then I don't have any household expenses this week, so I will put 0 spent. And it will be the same remaining as last week, so $6.50. Then for eating out, I have one expense for the brewery, and that was $11. And remaining last week, or the week before, I had $37.78. So that means that I now have $26.78 left, or after this week. Then for allowance, I have 2 expenses. One for the personal training of $35 and for Starbucks of $10. So $45 spent, which is exactly what I had remaining last week. So that actually worked out pretty perfectly. Like so. And usually I have almost every month, my pen's running out of ink, but almost every month I have money left over to roll over into my allowance sinking fund, but it seems that the past 2 months I haven't had any because right now I'm at 0. So that is for allowance. For beauty, I spent $30.42 at Ulta and $49.28 at Sephora, which equals to $79 with 70 cents. And last week I had $91.19. So remaining, I have $11.49 for beauty, which is good. I got everything that I needed to get this month, so I'm really happy that I stayed within my budget since I'm already over in groceries here. Next for gas, I spent $35.28. I actually didn't fill up my tank because I knew that I only had $35.62 remaining for gas. So I was able to, you know, just pump right under that. So $35.28, and I had $35.62 like I mentioned. So remaining I have 34 cents. So definitely good that I didn't decide to fill up my tank, which I definitely could have, but I just decided to not do that. So 34 cents left. And then last but not least, I do not have any unbudgeted expenses. I have not had one this month, which is always good. So I'm going to just write down zeros here and a dash here since I don't budget anything for that category. And these are how we are ending for week 4. I really like that I'm taking a look at how much I'm spending for groceries, because this is essentially what a typical month is going to look for me. So off the bat, I know that $200 is just not enough for groceries for me at the moment. Maybe in the future I will be able to bring it back to $200, but as of now, I do think that I at least need around $225, $230 to be a-okay. So that's the main reason why I like to film these weekly check-in videos and why I love to track my expenses. So then that way I get to see patterns, and if, let's say, I'm budgeting too little or too much for a certain category. So yeah, that's going to be it for the weekly check-in part of this video. I'm going to now move you guys on to my sinking funds and transaction log. This is my transaction log. I've had 4 expenses since the last time that I weekly checked in with you guys. So the first one was on the 22nd. I spent $25 for my gifts sinking fund for Dahlia's birthday present. I remember her sending me something for my birthday, so I definitely wanted to send her something. So that was $25. Then on the 24th, I spent $32.79 from my medical sinking fund for an impression kit from Bite. If you guys don't know what Bite is, it's essentially just like teeth aligners. As I've been mentioning, I feel like since the beginning of the year, I've been really trying to look into that, and I finally decided to get the impression kit from Bite, which is essentially just for me to get a mold of my teeth, and so that they can tell me if the aligners are right for me. So that was $32.79. It's actually a lot more expensive than this, but I think they were having this like sale or coupon code at the time that I got it, so I only spent $32.79 once again. Then on that same day, I spent $3.60 for a lift home, and that I took out of my miscellaneous fund. And then last but not least, on the 25th, I spent $20 from my Adventures sinking fund to pay for some parking for the Michael Bublé concert. And typically I would get that money out of miscellaneous, but I didn't have enough to cover the $20, so I just decided to get it out of Adventures for this time. And it ends up working out because I actually don't have any like adventures or trips to go on anytime soon. So I'm happy that I was able to use that money for that. Otherwise, that would have been an unbudgeted expense, which we do not like around here. So yes, those are all of the transactions for my sinking funds for this 4th week. Last but not least, before I finish with this video, I wanted to show you guys what I have in my variable income page. I have had a couple business expenses here. One of them I completely forgot to mention in the last video, or I just forgot to write it down, but I did buy some nail decals for my upcoming or my next nail vlog. Those were $21.32. I can't wait for you guys to see those. They're so cute. I got them from MMB Nails. And then last but not least, as usual, on the 22nd, I spent $15.45 from Epidemic Sound, which is where I get all my music for my YouTube videos. And then the last thing would be shipping for $3.49. And that is, I think, all that I have. Yes, for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this weekly check-in video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing what I've spent so far. I'm sorry that these have been so late, but I soon hope to catch up with my October budgeting video, so definitely stay tuned for those. Those should be coming within the next few days. If you enjoyed this video, as always, please do not forget to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. And hopefully I will see you guys on my next one. Bye guys!